A Nightmare on Elm Street was written and directed by Wes Craven, who began writing the film in 1981 and finished the script directly after completing work on Swamp Thing in 1982. The plot being that a teenager by the name of Nancy Thompson and her friends are being targeted by the spirit of a serial killer named Freddy Krueger in their dreams. If Freddy kills them in said dreams, they die in real life. The main inspirations for the film were a series of articles that Wes read in the 1970s regarding various men in East Asia who feared going to sleep because they were convinced something was going to get them in their dreams, staying up for an ungodly amount of hours before eventually succumbing to sleep from exhaustion, only to then have violent nightmares and die in their sleep, likely due to sudden arrhythmic death syndrome, but at the time, the cause was a mystery, and Wes noticed that none of these articles were connected. Whereas the inspiration for Freddy Krueger namely came from an experience Wes had as a child, where late one night, while looking out the window, Wes saw a man wearing a long coat and a hat walking by his house, who proceeded to glance up and notice Wes in the window, which prompted Wes to duck underneath the window in fear. After waiting for what seemed like an eternity, he rose back up to look out the window again, only to see the man had stopped in his tracks and was staring directly at him, further deciding to make Freddy the worst fear for every parent, the old perverted man who preys on children, while simultaneously making him the worst fear for every child, the literal boogeyman who comes for them in their most vulnerable moment, when they sleep.